Hello, fellow gunners. Tim here at the reloading bench, where I am going to be talking about the Lyman All-American 8 press. I've had this for a few months now. Really don't remember when I got it, but that's beside the point. I've got 3 different tool heads for it now. If you'll notice, I have removed the priming system. I really hate to say it, but it sucks. I had some problems with it in the beginning, got that solved, took it off, put it back on. Now I can't even get primers to go down into the cup. So I don't know if I've charged something or whatever, but I've just totally taken it off. I'm a big fan of hand priming anyway, because I can take a bucket of brass like this, I take it in the house, watch TV, sit there and prime. It takes a little concentration to prime your casings, but not near as much as, making sure your powder charge is right and you get 1 charge and not 2, or make sure you get a charge, and you know what I'm saying, guys. All right, so I've been processing this 9mm, and what I'm doing is I'm sizing, decapping, and expanding for now. I'm checking my brass. As some of you know, there's not some 9mm out there that the brass has got a little step on the inside. I'm finding that there's 3 or 4 different companies that has this. There's like a FN stamp. There was one I found just a few minutes ago that's really different to me. Ammunition Load, or Ammo Load. I've never even heard of this company. AMMOLOAD. Ammo Load. Now this case, I know this is all range pickup. This case didn't even have a primer in it. So I will be watching that. I'm pretty sure this may have been somebody had reloaded this, and with that step in there, it might have built up some pressure and blew out the primer. And another brand that I've got here, that IMT, they have the little step on the inside. See it? So far, I've only found 9 cases out of this, what I've processed so far out of this 1,000. I did find some 380, but so far 10 cases of 380, 2 38 Supers, and a 40 S&W so far. That was from that Coastline Brass Company, but I'm pretty sure they've sent more than enough to pay to fix that back. But I'm telling you, with this turret press, it really makes it fast to process some brass. Because normally I would have to go through on my single stage. I would go through and size all these and deprime them, and then I'd have to change the die and then expand it for what I'm doing right now. So this is working out really well. I have changed these tool heads out several times, and I am not having any trouble. Now, when I first started, I had to get a cheater bar to break the big bolt loose, here in the middle. But I've got a short little ratchet, and I just kind of pop it a little bit and it just comes right free. And tightening it's not a problem. But so far I am really enjoying this Lyman All-American 8 press, except for the priming system. But like I said, I'm a big hand primer anyway. I like hand priming. So that's not a big issue. And one thing I like to do, and a lot of people don't really go in this step, but I like to expand my brass, the mouth, that way I can check it for cracks. Because if you prime it and then you expand it and then you see a crack, then you're going to have to take that primer out or you've lost your primer. So I just soon expand my mouth and see if there's a crack in it. And then, got my step backwards. See that? Because I'm talking to you guys, lost my concentration. That's all right. We got it back. Ain't no biggie. But that way you're not having to deal with a live primer if your case is cracked. There's one thing I have figured out. It's like, okay, on here I've got 4 9mm, which is, no. I've got 3 9mm dies. And I have 3 223 dies, which takes up 6. And then I've got 2 308s. But I also need, when I load cast bullets, 2 more dies for the 308. So there's 2 dies left out of this that I need. But in my other tool heads, I've got 3 to 4 dies and 1 hole open and 2 hole open in them. So I don't know if you could ever get the combination right to where you don't have either an empty hole or you need to put a die somewhere else. I know Redding uses 7 holes, but I don't know. It's kind of awkward. And one thing I have found out, and I found this while I'm processing these 1000 9mm, I never put any oil on that detent ball back here in the back, where it catches when you change your tool head from, you can hear that clicking. Well, that's that ball. It's got a spring under it, and that ball bearing comes up and hits the bottom of your plate. Well, I've been running it dry, and it got to the point where I was having trouble moving this thing back and forth. I put a shot of oil on there, and man, did it make a difference. And that's just like with your ram, guys. You want to make sure and lubricate that ram. It makes a big difference. Works really well. But so far, guys, this is just the way to go. I've for 33 years, I have run a single stage press. I've never been much for a progressive because I'm the kind of person that I almost inspect every step. So call me cautious or overcautious or OCD. But I like making sure everything looks good in each step. So to me, the turret press is idea for me. The progressive, a lot of people can use a progressive and just hammer out ammunition. I've never used one, so I really can't say anything negative or positive about it, other than I don't think it's meant for me because and I know you can inspect as you're going through there, but I would be one to just want to pull the lever and keep going. So this press is just idea for me. And like I said, the hole having two or a hole open is really sometimes not a bad idea. That way, if you're got one on there and you need to, say, size bullets, you can just put a sizing die in there and go at it. All right, guys. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. That's, what is that, 11 minutes at this point. Trying not to make my videos so long because some people just don't have time to watch a 15 to 25 minute video. All right, guys. I'm liking this press. I will say that. I am liking this press. And my next video will probably be more on this press that I'm doing from Coastline Metals. All right, guys. Catch you in the next video.
I will have to say one thing. That press sure ain't made Tim smarter or prettier. Whew.